La La Land seems to have a little extra meaning when you're talking about the Lakers now, because it feels like they in La La Land. All right, like crazy. Meshuggah, as you would say. They're 0-2.
Yes, Chris, I like it. Meshuggah. I got you using it. Meshuggah. For people who don't know, that's Yiddish for crazy.
Yes. I had no idea before Rob started saying it all the time. Yes, they're 0-2. And Rob, last night, and I am not going to pile on Russell Westbrook. I believe they should trade him when they can. I thought a trade they should have made came back to bite him in last night. Should have traded him for John Wall. Should have traded him, right? Him and the pick would have got you John Wall.
To me.
John Wall looked good. 15 points, about 23 minutes.
He looked good to me, Chris.
Yes, looked good.
And has something to prove to people.
Yep, 15 points in 25 minutes. And Rob, here's the other, there's that, but there's also this. John Wall is more of a traditional point guard. Not that he's like a pure traditional point guard. He ain't John Stockton.
No, because he's looking for his shot.
Right. But he's more of one than Westbrook. He shoots it better than Westbrook. He's not a great shooter either, but he shoots the jumper better than Russ. And Rob, he can accept being a role player and be a role player because of his skills better than Russ. Right now, he's a role player with the Clippers. He's coming off the bench. At best, he would end up being their third best player. And he's cool with that. And so they should have made that trade. They didn't. So I'm not sitting here defending Russ. All I'm saying is they got issues way bigger than Russ. And we're going to talk about his performance, but I think I'm going to try to give some insight into his performance. But he was 0 for 11. That's what everybody's talking about, Rob. 0 for 6 from Trey and had 2 points. When he was asked after the game how he played, he said he thought he was solid. Said, I played hard. That's all you can ask. LeBron, for his part, said he was great. Yeah, so that's what it's come to for the Lakers.
Right. I mean,
the standard is dropped. The bar has been lowered.
like this is the other thing too, Chris. And I get it. Reporters, you don't want to pile on. You got to be very sensitive when you ask questions. Okay, the game is just over. But that was, like
throw a few softballs.
Right. But to assess, I think my thing would have been, Russ, have you ever been 0 for something in a game? Like I would have been like, can you believe you didn't make a basket? Right. When was the last time you played in a game and didn't make a basket?
Absolutely.
That's where I would have gone. Like I could, Russ, I can't.
Because you're going to get a better answer.
Right.
He would have been like, man, I know, Rob. Like, really, Rob. Like, if you're a beat writer, he knows you. Yeah, I know, Rob. Like, honestly, I don't know. Freshman in high school.
Right, or something.
Yeah.
And it would be like,
that's a good quote.
Yeah, when I looked at it, I just was off all night. I just wouldn't fall for me.
Right.
It was weird. I'd never been in this place. You might get, but asking him to assess it, I just didn't think like there was enough there. Was he going to say I'm terrible? Like,
I know.
Chris,
you're right, Rob. And that's what, for those out there who want to, be reporters,
yes,
you do have to think about, how can I get the quote out of this guy? You're not trying to trap him, but you should know, if you just ask how you feel about the way you play. What he's either going, it's not going to be a great answer, most likely.
Right. And that, how do you feel? Like, it's not. And you got to just a little bit better than that. I thought the question was like, okay, I don't want to say nothing to get him mad at me. You know what I mean? So, Russ, it's not about assessing your play, because otherwise, Chris, other than the shooting, he did some other stuff. So to me, it's all about the shooting when a guy of his caliber, a former MVP, gets no field goals. I mean, isn't that the story?
Well, and here's what I'll say about it, because I actually think, when Russ says solid, he was right. LeBron overdid it by saying he's great, but that's your teammate. You trying to support him. He's embattled and all that, right? But I thought Russ was solid. And here, let me explain before people jump on me. His defense was good. He had 5 steals. And there was a stretch in the meat of the game, like late in the fourth quarter, about 4.5 minutes left, where he played some great defense on Kawhi Leonard and got 3 straight steals. They didn't lead to points. It wasn't his fault, though. Lonnie Walker missed some layups and, but Russ got 3 straight steals. He only had 1 turnover, Rob. He played with energy. And here's when Russ said solid, I played hard, that's all you can ask. To me, you know what he was saying? I'm a role player now. I went out there and did what role players do. I played hard. I played with energy.
Right.
I made some things happen. Made some defense. Now, maybe I ain't saying he's happy being a role player, but that's what he did. And Rob, Russell Westbrook as a role player is not going to be that good. If you get energy, defense, some hustle, maybe a big play or 2 here or there, that's all you can hope for. Because Rob, he's not a good shooter even when he's in rhythm.
Right.
And so now he's never going to be close to rhythm as a role player. Russell Westbrook is the type of player that needs the ball in his hands. He needs to be controlling it. And that's how he gets in his groove.
And we said this.
And he'll never be in his groove. He's going to get 8 to 11, 12 shots, 6 to 12. Rob, he ain't going to shoot a high percentage shooting 8 shots a game. He's just not.
It's just not going to happen. And that's what we talked about when the trade was made. I mean, we're not patting ourselves on the back, but we just didn't see how this was.
It didn't take Dick Vitale to know that.
No, and there were people, some who thought, oh, this is going to be great because he'll let LeBron rest, right, and AD, and he'll be the main guy out there and all that. That was what they talked themselves into. Right. But most people, I remember most analysts were like, this is not a match. This doesn't fit. This is not going to work. I know we said it like the day the trade came down.
Rob, I dismissed it out of hand.
I remember at first you were like, oh, what?
Well, the rumor came out that, the Lakers are interested in Westbrook. I was like, please, that's ridiculous. There's no way. It made no sense, Rob. That's how nonsensical. And I'm not insulting Westbrook because, Rob, I'm going to be honest. I think if Russ went to another team, like if they traded him to Washington, or if they make this trade with the Pacers and the Pacers are tanking and it's the Russell Westbrook show for a year because they got to draw fans, I'm not sure he couldn't average a triple-double.
Now, let me say this.
I think he definitely will put up good numbers.
Here's the crazy thing, Chris. Remember when they do the polls with the GMs?
Yes.
80% of the GMs picked the Lakers last year.
To win the championship.
To come out of the West. Just think about that. And lose to the Nets. So they had them in the championship. But just think about this. Yeah, coming out of the West, and then they
that was out of respect for LeBron and maybe AD.
Yeah, but that was crazy that's what the GMs thought. But I never saw it working, and you're right. It had to be the AD factor, and because they had won in 2020, you know what I mean? But I didn't think it would work. Most people thought they would be decent, not as bad as they were a year ago. So,
well, Rob, and here's the other thing. Now, I don't know. I want your opinion on this. I liked the Patrick Beverley pickup. I liked it from day one. Now I know he's the type of guy that can get on your nerves.
He's annoying, but he's annoying.
You'd hate to play against him.
But you love him on your team.
He might even bother you just, with all his talking. He was on the bench yesterday doing a lot of talking. It looked like AD and LeBron are kind of like, man, this dude. But
they were looking, you know what they were looking for? A volume button so they could turn them down.
Right. Exactly. However, you said it. On the court, I want that dude on my team. I would hate to play against Patrick Beverley. He's strong. Sometimes there were guys, he's not in this category, wild guys that are strong. They don't know really how to play. He knows how to play, obviously. But they just get in your grill and bother you. And he's talking and he's yapping and he's quick and he's strong. And it's just, you could see he was bothering guys yesterday on the Clippers. And so I like that pickup, Rob, but I don't like him next to Westbrook.
Right.
Because neither one, that means you got two guys out there who just can't shoot.
Who can't shoot. And in this NBA, Chris, you got to be able to shoot. It's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's the issue you have.
And I'm going to say this, though, because we're seeing this a little bit in the NFL, Rob, and I welcome it. You're seeing teams win different ways. Baltimore plays one way. Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts plays a way. Obviously, you got Mahomes and Josh Allen play away. But we're seeing teams do things differently again, which I like. And Rob, the Lakers, I hear you because you have to have some degree of shooting. But the Lakers throw up threes like they're Golden State.
Right.
They're fifth. I know it's 2 games, but they're fifth in the league in 3-point attempts.
Yeah, I don't get that either, and I understand that that's the game, but that's not what you do well.
Right.
So that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right. They're not beating team. You're not, Rob, they're 29th in the 30-team league in 3-point percentage. I get it. It's early. They'll improve. But right now they're 22%. And I'm like, I got LeBron, who's a great driver of the basketball. I've got AD, who can dominate in the paint. I got Westbrook, who can drive the basketball. They can't just settle for threes. And I see all the pundits saying, they're good looks. They're open. Yeah, they're good look. They're open for a reason.
Exactly.
LeBron said it after game 1.
And it's true, Chris. You know that if you're playing somebody and you don't think they can make it, you'll leave them open until they start making some shots, and then you'll D up on them. Go ahead.
Right.
Shoot. We'll let you shoot. Go ahead. And you better knock them down.
They don't, and that, yeah. So I know Darvin Ham, Rob, they in Milwaukee, that 1 in, 4 out offense, you can't run that with the Lakers because they just don't have anything close to the shooting. And everybody's shooting poorly. And so they got a lot of work to do, or it could get ugly real fast, Rob.
Yeah, and this whole idea that Rob Pelinka is saying they got a 20-game window before they decide to do anything? Chris, 20 games? Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't think they'll be out of, obviously, mathematically.
No. But I'm just saying,
you obviously you ain't thinking about home court advantage.
So if they start out 0-7, if they start out 0-7, you know the schedule's tough. You're going to sit there and go, no, we're not doing anything yet. No, we'll wait. We got to wait till 20 games.
Nah, I think his thinking, I hear you, but I think his thinking, and we'll see if it comes to pass.
If there's an injury or something with somebody.
Well, look, Rob, everybody's looking at that big French kid, Victor Wembanyama, 7'3". You've seen him.
Right.
And I think if teams start poorly, and obviously they know they're not that good anyway, you might see some teams unloading guys, you know what I mean, to get worse because we're not going to be good anyway. So maybe a good veteran comes available. I think that's the thinking, but can you wait that long? Because to your point, the Lakers are trying to make the playoffs. And I don't know how long they can wait.